Oh, are you focusing? Should be. Right, we should be live, I think. Let me just wait to see it started. We're live? We are. Hello, welcome everyone to today's video. It's Friday the 17th of November, and I have probably, I'm not sure how long this video is going to be, actually, because I've not a real set sort of discussion for today's video more than I have normally. The past few videos I've had a specific thing that I wanted to speak about, whereas this week's just been one of those weeks where I've just been organising quite a lot of stock and things like that. A few people are joining us. Daniel's in, welcome Daniel, and Karen's in as well. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. I'm just going to pause myself actually to make this as smooth as possible. It's really dark, isn't it, as well? I hope the light's alright. So yeah, I've only been outsourcing today, really. I did. Hello, Julie. Welcome. Yeah, I've been to one of the places that I go to every other week or maybe every 3 weeks or so. It's got one really good shop there, and actually found some really good stuff, so that's good. However, the only other things that I've picked up were I did pick some stuff up on Sunday, just two little bits that are okay finds. I don't know how much money they're going to bring, but I wanted to check out the big cancer research place in Blackburn. So they do everything at £3. So I got a couple of bits from there. A few more people join us. Daisy, welcome. How you doing? And Reselling Polly, so she's loving the haul. So thank you so much for that. I really do appreciate it. I'm glad you're supporting them. Yeah, as I've said in previous videos, the support's been unbelievable on the videos recently, so thank you so much. And I mean, we're getting close to 250 subscribers already, which is awesome. So hopefully we can, I mean, if I can hit like 1,000, that would be awesome. That would be crazy, but we'll see. I just enjoy making them. So one thing I will say is, and I'll probably say it again at the end of the video or something, but I am away in London next Friday, so there'll be no video here on Friday. What I'm going to try to do is I'll do it on Thursday instead. Hopefully that's all right for everyone. I'll still try and make a video. It will still be the same format as we normally do, but obviously it won't be on the Friday. So fingers crossed I can do one. I should be able to, but as I say, I'm going to London on the Friday morning, so I won't be able to do the normal Friday videos. But if you are new here, if you are watching this, what I normally do on these videos, and I do say this on most of them, is I show you all the things that I've sourced in the week, things that I've picked up, and then I'll show you some of my more interesting sales from the week and talk about how the week's gone in terms of sales. And then usually I have a topic that I discuss, but this week's maybe going to be slightly different. It might just be a chat with you guys in the live chat. Daniel, last whereabouts in London? I think we're going to Ealing. I think, is that right? We're going visiting some friends, holiday friends who live just outside of London. So this week's gone so fast with two kisses. Sorry, I didn't mean the two kisses. Have been texting my sister. Have you got into the routine, Karen? I know what you mean though. That happens. So yeah, so we've got a few things then that we can pick up. Oh, it's not far from you, is it? I'm hoping to do a bit of sourcing, Daniel. So if you can tell me if, as long as I'm not competing with yourself, if there's any good charity shops, let me know. I'm quite interested to see what the difference is in prices in London compared to where I am. So you'd love to know what the Blackburn store is like. I'm down south, but was up north in the summer nearly went. It's not that great, Julie, honestly. I went in and I thought, oh, this is going to be amazing. And I've actually, the second time I've been in, and I went in this last time, and to be fair, there was a couple of LK Bennett, work blazers, but they weren't in great condition, and they wanted £3 for them. And I don't think work blazers go that well in terms of LK Bennett stuff anyway. They weren't anything special. I got these two bits, which I'll show you first now. But other than that, they didn't really have a massive amount of like good stuff, to be honest. And I spent I'd say a good hour and a half in there. So I did have a proper good time to root round and really have a look through. And they're just, yeah, unless I'm not very good at sourcing. There wasn't a massive amount in there, but I guess it depends. There was a lot of clothes, a lot of books and DVDs, and then there was a whole sort of section of porcelain and that sort of stuff. But there was nothing there. Like I know quite a bit about porcelain, and there just wasn't much there at all. And they had loads of board games, and none of the board games were good either. So you've not missed out. Genuinely, you've not missed out that much. So yeah. Anyway, let me talk you through what I've got this week, and I'll try and do it in order of when I got them. So this was from the Blackburn store that we were just talking about, and this is very vintage Jack Vere. You see the old Jack Vere logo. Hopefully that focuses for you. It's like a blue. I don't know how well the clothes are going to come up on with the lighting that we've got, but hopefully it's okay. So this has got quite a few marks on it, and it's a dry clean only. Now I have baby wiped them, and I've not checked them because I baby wiped them yesterday. So I'll see what they look like now. But the thing that struck me about this was just the buttons. They're just amazing. And there's a lot of buttons on there, so I could easily just take the buttons off and sell them individually. And because it was damaged, or it was slightly marked and stuff, they gave me £1 off, so that one only cost me £2. And Jack Vere jackets go okay, really. Not like, but it's very Mother of the Bride, wedding-y season stuff, and it's so like 70s, 80s, probably 80s, that I thought I can't really leave it. And I love the buttons, and I just thought someone would buy the buttons anyway, so I'm not really going to make any losses on that. If it all cleans up, I may well go for like a 19.99 on that. I'm not too sure how much. It may well be less. It could be more. It's one of those that I'm not too sure about, because normally I'm all right with Jack Vere, but and Jack Vere generally brings in a reasonable amount of money, but that one's just so. I've not really seen anything like that before, and it's very vintage, so it could be worth a little bit more, but we'll see. Hubby's on a late shift at work, so the big question is, she could take away or cook. Depends how lazy you're feeling, Karen. I mean, I'm trying to be healthy at the minute, so if it was me, I'd say cook, but go for it. You've had a week of listings and working, I'm guessing, so go for the takeaway. Why not? It's Friday night. Definitely go for them. Right. Anyway, so this is I only ever got so as Julie was saying, was it a good place to source? I only got 2 things from this place, and I looked at an hour and a half. And this was the other thing I got, which was, I don't think this has been worn. It's a Bowden sort of taupe, brown coloured cardigan, thick, chunky knit cardigan, buttoned, and it's from Bowden. It's 100% cotton, and it is a size 16, so a good size. With cotton, I think, especially when it's like knitwear cotton, you can tell when someone's worn it, and the fabric just doesn't seem like it's been touched. So that cost me £3. Not bad for Bowden. I'll probably go for hopefully £15 to £20. If I do new other on that, I may well go for £20 on it. But it's more than likely it's going to be £14.99 plus postage. But it's one of those, isn't it? Cheers, Lewis. Still learning, ready to take the leap. Yeah, that's what it's up. Watching videos is what I did a lot. And to be fair, I've got mum who has an incredible buying knowledge, and she's helped massively. So I'm lucky in that I do have someone here all the time. That means I can ask and talk to. The Tat Chat's great. I'm sure you're part of that. People put stuff in there all the time, and there's always little bits that you can find that you think that's a really good thing to know about. But yeah, just keep watching videos of different people. There's so many different people that do videos, and I find really informative. So it's always worth having a look at YouTube, and then just have a little try, just see what you buy and see how it goes for you in the selling of things. But just it's all risk and reward, isn't it? Really, you take risks all the time. I wanted to show you this. This is something that Mum's given to me because it's too small for her now. And it is a Country Rose, which isn't the greatest of makes by any means. But the reason why I wanted to show you it, and it's something to keep an eye out for, which I'm sure a lot of you know anyway, but this pattern, especially at this time of year, is a Fair Isle Nordic pattern. Fair Isle Nordic goes really, really well. On eBay, it just seems to be one of those things that I don't know whether it's just this time of year, or whether it's generally just a good seller. But if you find any Fair Isle Nordic patterned jumpers, knitwear, anything, they're usually quite good to pick up. That one's not, as I say, it's not a great make. It's not one of the higher quality makes, and yet that'll probably make 15 quid pre-owned. So it's just something to think about. And I mean, I know if you watched the video last week, the Nigel Cable and orange jumper that I had was also the Fair Isle Nordic stuff. So just keep an eye out. It's something to have a look out. Like, always be on the lookout for. And there's more and more that I saw quite a few today, actually, that were in different shops, but they were just too expensive. But you can find ones that go for really good amounts. I mean, even just normal makes. There's some like M&S ones that go really well, and then I've seen Bowden ones that are going 50-60 quid. So just keep an eye out, and that's pre-owned as well, so you should be able to get a reasonable amount of profit through those. So yeah, there. I also got a jacket, chocolate brown velvet style velour jacket from my dad, which is just over there. It's from M&S. It's an autograph one. That's probably about a tenner as well. I would show you that, but I don't want to move all the way over there really. I want to try and stick in the camera if I can. I don't like standing up too much when I'm doing these. I think it's a bit annoying for people watching. So yeah, that's just another thing that I got. But those three I've had this week, and then everything else I've bought today. So there's an RSPCA shop in the place that I went to today. The area that I went to is quite an affluent area, and you get to see quite a few nice bits when you're in there. And it's closer to the Wilmslow and Bramwell that I went the other week, and got the jewels and stuff. Hey mate, I'm loving your vids. It helps with those. Oh, thank you, Dawn Mick. That's not a problem. Is it Dawn or Mick? Or is it both? That's not a problem at all. Thank you for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. I'm glad you're enjoying them. So this is the first thing not the first thing I picked up, but this is something that I picked up, and it's great. Any of these are great to find. This is a Peruna. It's sort of like it looks like a mint green in this colour, in this light, because it's so dark. I'm not sure exactly. It's like a bluey green anyway. And this is just a Parker, size 10, full length. It's got a couple of marks on it, but they should wash out or at least rub out with a baby wipe. So yeah, this shop does all clothes at £2. It's the same place that I got the Aussie Clark dress and things like that. It's really your camera doesn't like the light behind you. The focus keeps going funny. Right, okay, let me just turn me on for a second. I'll play myself and then I'll see how it looks when I'm lifting the things up. Did you get to see that? Did you get to see the coat? Was it okay, or did it just look stupid? I'll lift it up again. See if I sit slightly further back. See if it makes a difference. I hope this makes a difference. I don't know if it will. But yeah, this is the Parker. I'll just show you that again just in case it didn't show up. So yeah, it's a Peruna Parker. It's a really nice soft one. Good for this time of year. People just seem to spend so much on Parkers, which is, and they just seem to be so expensive. Like the jewel one that I got recently, which was from Wilmslow, cost me £17, I think, and that's on at £65 at the minute. It's not sold yet, but it's got a lot of watches, so I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that'll go pretty soon. Hopefully. So there's that, which cost me. So all of these cost me £2. It's a really, really good shop actually. This they do seem to have quite a lot of good stuff, and I always seem to pick up things that sell for me quite well. It's one of those that I've not really. I think everything that I've bought from there, except for the Aussie Clark dress, everything I've bought from there sold so far. So I'm hoping all these do as well. So yeah. Anyway, so let me show you these. These are the next things that I got. I'll just sit back again. Hopefully it's not too bad. But these are Escada jeans. They are a size 44. And they're in like a lime green, yellow. And they've got the big badge at the back. Oh, it does keep focusing, doesn't it? Yeah, that's weird. I'll show you that. This will focus now, but I'll try and show you that at the back. Just really nice, these. They look like they've not been worn. They feel really good. They're almost like a soft denim. I don't even know if they're denim. They might not even be, but they're in a jean style anyway, and they cost £2 as well. And they're in a different colour. I had a little look on those whilst I was in the store. Some of them go for good money. There's others that don't go for hardly any. It seems like the different coloured ones go better, so that's a good thing. I think there's a blue pair and a pink pair that went for about 30 quid. So I'll have a look at what I think about those. They do look in exceptionally good condition. The badge at the back looks really good. All the hardware, the buttons and things like that look great as well. There's no wear on those whatsoever. So I think with that I should be pretty good on that. Maybe look for £20 on those, hopefully. 15 to 20, between probably 15 and £25. Hello Lisa, welcome. So yeah, that was a good buy, and they were only £2 as well. So a SCADA's one of those that I usually always pick up when I find it or when I see it at a good price, because it is it's a high quality make. It's quite a designer make. It's quite a designer make as a SCADA, so it's one to look out for. This was one that the gentleman in the shop, the RSPCA shop. I'll just let me just button this up. Yeah, the gentleman in the RSPCA shop was he's really nice guy actually, and he knows what I do now, and he brought this out to me and just said I was about to tag it, but if you don't want me to tag it, do you want it? And it's a Next fitted blazer in a size 8. It's like a really faint check to it, and it's a fitted one. It's a tailored look one, should I say? It's new with tags. It says £35 on the label, which I think is quite cheap for Next. Because I don't know whether it's just the blazer or if it's meant to come with it, if it's a suit as well. It probably is a suit, and therefore obviously it's missing its trousers. But I paid £2 for it. It's brand new with tags. It's Next. It's a tailored look blazer. People are going to buy it. Maybe £12.99 or so. I don't know how well new blazers go. If I'm completely honest, I'm not sure exactly how well they go, but it's a good find. It's new, and I think that's the good thing about Christmas. Obviously, there's discussion that I've seen where people are saying that that pre-owned clothes, just people don't buy them at this time of year, and I guess that rings true of my listings, because quite a few of my listings are clothing, as you guys know, and quite a few of them are pre-owned, and my sales have dropped somewhat, and they still have. I've had a good day today, a much better day anyway, that I have had previously, but Mum was going through my sales from previous weeks and just looking at how they've been, and the volume of sales has gone down. So it could be to do that, but obviously if I've got new with tag stuff, it's people are more likely to buy those for presents because they're new, aren't they? So I've managed to pick up a couple of bits that are new. So this is a Coleco brand new with tags again. It's a purple floral jacket, just like it's almost like a bolero jacket, but I don't think it's short enough. But it's a size 14. The original tag says £139. So I paid £2 for it. It's pretty good. Still pretty good. That I'll take that. So £2 for that's good. I'm not sure how much I'll put it on for. I don't think I've ever picked any Coleco up before today, so I'll see where I think that might go. I mean, I could say like that might be a £50 jacket, but it's probably not. I don't know what Coleco's like as a reseller. I've never looked at it before, but I can't make a loss at £2 when it's new with tags. Karen says that she's still selling jeans and party wear. I've sold. To be fair, I'm still selling clothes, but it's just not as much. I'm not selling as many. I've got other things on my eBay, and they seem to be the bits that are selling. But to be fair, I put some Top Man jeans on the other day, and they sold the next day. So, as you say, jeans may be the one. Jeans may be the things to look out for, really. Mum says that the camera keeps going out of focus. Yeah, I think that's when I lift up the clothes, it just has to refocus itself. It's probably just to do with the light. Hopefully it's not too much of a problem. If it is, just keep telling me. I'll try not to make it a problem if I can. So this was the last thing I got from the RSPCA shop. I don't even know how to hold this properly. It's a very weird top, this, but it's like a panelled top with like this straight, is it like a boat neckline, I think, is it called? I'm not sure. But it's got these it's like a long sleeve top with this sort of panel at the back, and the reason why I got this is it's a Joseph Ribkoff, and I can't believe how much some Joseph Ribkoff goes for on eBay, like pre-owned stuff. I was looking, I just put Joseph Ribkoff's, I put Joseph Ribkoff top in, and some of them just go for crazy money, like 60, 70 quid for pre-owned stuff. There's other ones that go for next to nothing, but I just thought that seemed really, like, even though it's hideous, even though it's not the greatest of tops by any stretch, it's the navy sort of blue and white look, and I thought someone might want it, and it cost me £2, so and it's in really, really good condition as well, so we'll see what that one goes for. That may be one that I might put on for bids, because I don't know the value of that, whereas other ones I can get a better yeah, there's other things that I can get a better idea of how much the average, but with the Joseph Ribkoff stuff, it just seems like there's such a sporadic range of prices, and everyone seems to sell it on bids. There's no, I put Joseph Ribkoff in top sold listings, and so many of them are on bids. So I may well start that at a price I'm happy to get one bid at, maybe like a $9.99 or such, and then see if it does pick up and gets a few watches. I don't know. That may be one to try out for an auction. Fugly does sell well, yeah. That is definitely fugly, isn't it? Have I got autofocus turned on? I'm not sure, actually. The problem is the webcam that I'm using, the software I don't have on the computer anymore, and you can't download it. So there's no way of me being able to change the settings, unfortunately. So that is a bit of a nuisance, I know, I'm sorry about that. But hopefully it's not too much of a problem. Let me just get out the rest of the stuff that I bought. So I've not got too much more actually now. I went to another shop and got, oh, actually before I go through these bits that I've got, we went to a shop this is all in the same town, quite an affluent area. We went to a shop that we've not been to before, and there was a Parker in there, but it was missing its hood, and they wanted $7.75 for it, and they sell really well. I can't remember what let me just check my phone. I can't remember exactly what the name was. It was a strange name, but it's maybe one to keep an eye out for. It was called, where are they? Do I have it? I bet I don't have it, do I? Oh yeah, Didriksons. So it's Didriksons, all one word, and it looks like a mountain climbing company, and they have it's sort of like the North Face's regatta kind of wear, and they had a Parker in that had a bit of dirt on the sleeve. They wanted $7.75, which is it's reasonably expensive, but the Parker didn't have its hood, so obviously I didn't take it because of the fact the Parkers only seem to sell when they're fully complete. But they were going for a lot of money. I mean, I saw one for about £100, which is on the top side of it. But people are selling them, so it's one to keep an eye out for. I've never seen it before, but maybe something that you might see in the future. I don't know. But anyway, the reason why I wanted to talk about that particular shop was I went over to the dresses. Al's attic is in, and also Peter Ray. Welcome, guys. You okay? Al said that her daughter has one of these coats for school, and they're amazing. Well, there you go. I'd never heard of them before today as well, Al. But they are obviously something to keep an eye out for, definitely. But obviously, it's a shame this one didn't have the hood on. But pre-owned, there was some going for really good money. So if you guys have a look on the completed listings on the sold ones, even the pre-owned ones go really well. So anyway, yeah, they had a Mark. Let me have a look. I got a picture of it because I was going to put it in the chat because it's just hilarious. So I went in and I thought the prices are a little bit high, and I was looking around and I went over to the dresses because dresses are usually a good thing to check pretty quickly. I usually check the dresses straight away. So I went over to the dresses after having a little deliberation on this coat, and first thing I saw was this Marc Jacobs dress, and it was like a blue and red horizontal stripe, not in the greatest condition. I'll show you actually now. and they wanted 75 quid for it. There you go, there's the picture. Hopefully that focuses for you. You should be able to see it, I hope. I don't know whether you can, the light might be too bright, I'm not sure. Anyway, if it doesn't show, yeah, it was £75, and there was a Nougat black dress as well, pre-owned, that they wanted. Nougat London black dress, 100 quid they wanted. And me and Mum were just like, oh my word, that's a crazy amount of money. Like 75 quid for Marc Jacobs was 75 quid in a charity shop. Like I couldn't believe it. Mum was like, oh my word. And then I saw the other one for 100, and they wanted there was a Paul Smith dress, like a t-shirt dress, and it was bobbly and it had been worn, and they wanted 50 quid for that as well. And I was just like, these aren't like, I mean, Paul Smith, fair enough. He's obviously he's very much a designer, mate, but it's not, pre-owned dresses don't go for 50 quid unless it's something spectacular. So yeah, we walked out pretty soon after that because, I mean, we'd not missed out on buying from there before. I've got a Nougat denim jacket. What is worth at car boot? Any idea? No idea. I looked at, when I went on, I put Nougat dress in, Nougat London dress on pre-owns, and some of them were going for 10 quid. So where they plucked this figure of £100 out of the air from, I've no idea. But if it was like Versace or Chanel or, do you know what I mean, or Fendi or something like that, I'd have been a bit more like, oh yeah, that's fair enough. But not for a Marc Jacobs dress that's just like, it was like a t-shirt dress. It was crazy. Anyway, on to the next few bits. My local charity shop had some Russell and Bromley shoes for 40 quid. They were nothing special. That's a lot. That is a lot. Yeah, I don't know about the denim jacket. I'm not sure. I just had a look at the dresses, Lisa. So maybe you just have a look on eBay and see what they say, or see what the sold say. I'm not too sure, but it's not 100 quid worth for a dress anyway. That's for sure. But yeah, Russell and Bromley. I know Russell and Bromley are very expensive though, aren't they, Karen? Aren't they like 200-300 quid a pair of shoes in the actual shops? I think that's really expensive place, isn't it? Didn't someone pick some Russell and Bromley shoes up recently? I was watching a video. I thought someone picked some up, and they do resell quite well as well, don't they? But £40 is too much. They surely don't think it's going to make, like, you're going to get anything from that. Anyway, hopefully I don't go out of focus again. But we're trying again with a Pringle. As you guys know, I bought the red Pringle skiing logo vintage jumper a while back for 99p. That unfortunately had a hole in it. I sold that and it's gone, and the customer's happy, but it's over £2.20, so I didn't make anything on that. But I've picked up another one actually, in this diamond pink. It's a Pringle Golf one. It's the same. It's quite an old one, and this cost £3.50. And I made sure there was no holes in it or anything, so we should be all right with that one. Hopefully, look for maybe £20 for that, maybe £22.99 with postage, somewhere around that mark. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Also picked up 2 pairs of Barber socks, which is cool. They're brand new in the packets. And there's a sort of both the diamond patterns. One's a navy mix and one's a purple mix. These go quite well as well, which is cool. So one says, yeah, the Argyle, Durham Argyle. Yeah, they're both Argyle pattern, Karen, as you say, and they've got the Barber writing on the bottom as well, which is nice. And they're new as well. They cost 75p each, which is really, really good. They were quite a good find. Mum picked those up when she was looking through the men's and I was looking through the women's, which doesn't sound right, does it? I went straight over to the women's, Mum went straight over to the men's, and they were obviously in the men's section. So they were 75p, and they go reasonably well. So I may do those as a pair, possibly for 20 quid, or I may do them individually. They go usually around the £10 mark. Some go for a bit more on bids. I think some have gone for £16-17 each. So that's a really good pickup. And socks, again, it's not something I've picked up before, so it's always nice to have new things on my eBay. This was cool. This was really cool. This is a M&S London not M&S. Why did I say M&S? I'm so used to saying M&S. This is an M&M's London cushion. Now it has got a few little foodie marks on it that I'm hoping I can get out, but it only costs £1.70, and one sold 15 quid recently. It wasn't the greatest of listings either, so that may well be a 19.99. Good Christmas present as well. I think it's probably good for the Christmas market. I'm trying to get some more Christmassy things on my eBay to try and pick up the sales a little bit. So yeah, that was £1.70. Hoping that baby wipes will get out the marks that I've got on those, but it was £1.70. It wasn't really a risk. I think even with the marks on it, I could probably get a tenner for it. So that was quite a good pickup. I was quite happy when I saw that, because I looked at it and I thought, because it's got like it's almost like the 3D effect. I thought that was a really cool cushion, and someone's going to love that. There will be someone out there that looks at that and goes, yeah, I'm willing to spend 15, 20 quid on it. So I'm happy with that one. That was a good pickup. Now I've saved the best till last, and this is a bolo, definite bolo for anyone who's not picked them up before. And I didn't know. Well, to be fair, I knew these sorts of things go well, but I had no idea that this was going to go for as well as it will do. This is a British Gas penguin plush, and it's the Adventurer one. He's got a certain name, I can't remember what he's called. But it comes with it. It's new. It comes with its certificate. I don't know if you can see that. I don't want to put it too close to the thing because it was quite bright last time, wasn't it? But yeah, it comes in his own box. It's new. It's still got its little tags on the bottom, and it's got its tag here, and it comes with its authentication certificate. This cost me £4.90. This is a definite bolo. People have put these on for 65 quid new, and they've sold. That's a buy it now. People have done them on bids, and they've gone for anywhere between 35 and 60 quid, depending on condition. But who'd have thought a little plus toy in a box would go for that much? Best find of the day, best find in a long time, and that's all down to Mum actually on that one, because I'd been into it was on top of a middle section, and I'd not spotted it. I was looking below it and I didn't look above. It's hard to explain, but I'd not seen it. I'd missed that one. Mum went in to just have a quick look, and yeah, that was a £4.90. That's a £4.90 buy for. I mean, I'm going to go for high on this because it's Christmas. It's coming up to Christmas. People have sold them for high. Normally, I know in the past I've said in previous videos I've gone through and gone, oh yeah, I'll go for a lot more than I actually probably will get in the end. Whereas this one I am actually going to set. I'll probably go for 60 quid, I think, because it's in very, very good condition. As long as I can get the sticker off. There's a little tiny, tiny, tiny nick at the top above here. Other than that, it's new. It's still got its tags. It's got its certificate. So I mean, thank you, Mum, for that one. That's a really good pickup on that. So £4.90, hopefully around the £60 mark. It should get that. As I say, normally I'm quite optimistic with my prices, but it should genuinely get that around this time of year. I've not checked how many are available now and what the prices are. There is that to think about. Obviously, if someone's got them on at £35 buy it now, then there's not much I can do. But something to keep an eye out for. Bolo means be on the lookout. So it's anything that you need to be on the lookout for. If you see it, pick it up at any price, kind of thing. Welcome, Sue. Thanks for joining us. Sorry, I was just on a bit of a talking spree there. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. So yeah, that is all the haul really from this week. I've not picked up anything else now. Yet I may pick something up over the weekend, but I'll show you in next week's video. I've really been trying to organise a bit more. Not that you'd know, because this room's still a tip. But yeah, I use these clear polythene bags for all my clothes, and most of them hang up on the just to my right here. And when I list them, I pack them away. But I've been getting so many clothes recently what I've been trying to do is get them all packed into boxes, and I've got 5 or 6 boxes upstairs now. So that's what I've been doing this week, or it's taken up quite a bit of my time, just trying to get everything in some sort of order, as well as listing and still trying to take photographs. So I've not sourced as much this week, but today obviously was a really good day, especially with that last find as well, which was fantastic. I'm really happy about that. So Al asks, am I doing this as a full-time job? This is the only thing I'm doing at the minute, yes. I can't call it a full-time job because I'm still trialing it, if that makes sense. There's a very high chance that I will get a job in the new year and do this as well. It just depends how this grows. If it grows to a point where this needs to be classed like this is a business and this is something that I'll be doing full-time, then yes, it will be my full-time job. But this is the only thing I'm doing at the minute, but it's more of a trial period, I guess. Al, if that makes sense, I hope that does. But it's one of those where at the minute, just because I'm trying new things, I'm testing where things are going. I'm just trying to see whether or not it's plausible, basically. So it's more of a test at the moment. And over the last few weeks, things haven't gone as well. So it's just something to, obviously, I'm keeping an eye out on and making sure that I'm trying all different bits. But yes, in terms of do I want to do this as a full-time job, 100%. If I can do it as a full-time job and this can be a business and I mean, obviously the goal would be to have an office and storage and people working, doing listings for me and things like that. That will be the goal. I mean, there's no doubt about that. But whether or not that will happen, we'll see. But yes, I am putting full-time hours and more into this. Yeah. Oh, thank you for saying good luck. I hope it does go well. Thanks, guys. I do appreciate it. Right, so that is everything. All the stuff that I picked up this week. Quite a good haul, actually, including today. There's quite a bit of money in what I've bought today. Found a few good things, and obviously the British Gas Teddy is the main one, and that's all down to Mum on that one. I can't take credit for that. She found it, and I'd already been in, so it's one of those. But I mean, it's probably. That's a £60. You've got maybe 15 to 20 on the Barber socks, 20 quid on the Pringle. I don't know about the Coleco jacket. That could be worth quite a bit. I know RRP is 140 quid, but it's probably not worth anywhere near that. We may be looking at 152 to 175. I'd possibly say maybe pushing the 200 mark in sales for this week. So that's quite good, obviously, when it sells. And I think I have a good feeling about a few of the bits that I've picked up today. It's more Christmassy. It's more to do with that market, and I'm hoping that because of that, I may well get some more sales. So yeah, really happy with what I've got today. It's been a good day. So what I'll do now is I'll just move over to just show you a couple of the sales that I've made. As you guys know, this is the way I do it. I'll show you just a few of the more interesting sales I've made and just talk around how much I paid for them and things like that. So just bear with me a minute. Let me just change over. Wilbur is the name of the penguin. There you go. That's interesting. Well, that's an interesting name, isn't it? Give me 2 seconds. Let me just switch over. Right, I should hopefully. Let me just check. This should be showing my other screen now. It does. Right. So, first thing on the screen. So I've sold more than this, but I've not sold a massive amount so far. Again, this week it's been 3 weeks or 4 weeks running. I had a really good week, I think, and me and Mum were going over this, or Mum was going over it. She just made me aware of it, the fact that I'd had a really good week about 4 or 5 weeks ago, and prior to that, I'd had a number of sales that were of high value, and that made my week look better. But there was a week at the back end of October, I think, no, middle of October to beginning of October, where I did 28 sales in the week, so an average of 4 a day. And I think since then the mentality has been that I'm not getting anywhere near that. I'm still getting an average more than 1 a day, I would say, but because it's not 4 a day, it does seem like things have just dropped. So that's why I'm trying to do stuff slightly differently, looking at everything about, like, I've revised all my listings to show the size of my clothing at the start of my listing this week. And I'm just doing everything. We just try it. Like Mum obviously is very much like a part of this as well. She's really interested in how it's going because she's done this before, and she still does eBay now. But we as a we have time to just discuss and see where things are and how things are doing, what can we change. So that's why it's great to have the chat and these live chats, because I can ask you guys questions, or you can give me ideas of things that I might not be doing right, or things I could do to improve. So I am changing things, and I am trying to get different items listed, and I am trying to list differently, and the way I title stuff and just things like that. And we'll see. It's all a test at the minute because it's still so new to me. This I started in June doing this in this capacity I am now. So I've not been doing it a long time by any means, and it's always going to be a test in the first year before you know where actually your eBay's going. Daisy asked, do I have a black backdrop or do I edit it to have a black background? So for these here, the locker tan creams, yeah, we have a little black velvet material drape that we use. Mum uses that. This was Mum's for all porcelain, jewellery, glassware, things like that, because it looks really nice. So that's where I use it for. That's what I use for that. But obviously, most of my photos are taken outside. So anyway, these were some L'Occitane hand creams that I picked up, and they're only really small. They're just the 10 milliliter ones. But I got a set of 3 for 60p. They cost 20p each, and I just put in the title "Christmas stocking filler holiday party" because I thought I had loads of space. And yeah, they sold. I got them maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago, I think. So that's not too bad a turnaround, really. I paid 60p and they sold for a tenner. So that was quite a cool sale. Not a massive, obviously not a massive sale in terms of value, but it was one of those. It was quite a good thing, and you probably might see them more than you think, because they do seem to charity shops do seem to have these little bits in from time to time. So just keep an eye out for them, I guess. I'm definitely going to now in the future. Karen says it must be nice to have someone in the family interested. I bore my hubby to death with reselling stuff. Well, yeah, I am lucky to have that. To be fair, I guess me and Mum probably bore my dad to death with it. Actually, thinking about it, but yeah, it is nice to discuss it. But that's why we have the tap chat, I guess, Karen. You can talk about it all on there, can't you? So the next thing I had was the comforters. I bought a load of comforters in the summer, and they've literally just nosedived. I'm talking like I've had no sales in ages. This I put on at 19.99 originally. It was a Primark one, and it's quite a large one, hedgehog. And when I picked this up, I paid 40 or 50p for it. Obviously, I won't spend more than that really on comforters. I mean, I've bought one that was 150, but it was brand new. So most of the time, I won't spend over 50p. And this one caught my eye when I got home. I researched it on the same day, and I couldn't believe the prices. Some had sold for like 20 quid, so I put it on at 20 quid at the start because it was in really good order. I was really excited. It's done about 3 or 4 cycles and not sold, so I put it down to 13.99, and it eventually sold. So I'm really happy because that's still a very good price for a comforter, pre-owned. So it's one to look out for. Again, the Primark stuff. I've got a couple of comforters I would be selling at Carbook 50. I'll buy them, Lisa. I will still buy them. But yeah, they do go well, some of them. There are some that tend to go quite well. So I obviously got the Dingslanger or whatever they're called, the giraffe and the cow one recently that still haven't sold. But yeah, that one wasn't too bad. Quite a good sale in the end. It obviously took quite a long time to sell. So in terms of comforters, maybe something to think about in terms of, they don't obviously take up much space for storage, but they may not sell that quick. So if you are looking at comforters, just think about how much you're paying for them, and also whether or not they are worth keeping, because you may want to be flipping things over quite quickly. Comforters don't sell that fast, so it's one of those. Okay, message me on Facebook using this name and I'll send them to you. Okay, perfect. I'll have a look at them, definitely. I'll be interested in that. I'm always looking for new stock. So this came from a job lot of paperweights and also other bits. I had loads of stuff in this. The job lot cost me about 105 quid. It included loads. It included the Wartime Monopoly that I had, the Fox and Hounds tea set that I've recently sold, and a load of different paperweights that I've sold recently. This one's a Latticino one. Another good thing to look out for if you do if you are interested in selling paperweights, this Latticino work, which is like the ribbon effect, and the Latticino is like the diamond shaped white stuff. As you can see on the picture there, these go really well. This was only a 2-inch one, so it's quite small, this one, and yet it's over £36.99 plus postage. And I've just had feedback on this saying that the customer's happy. So good thing to look out for. That cost me £3.78 because I just itemised all the job lot of auctions down. Basically, I got a load of like a whole job lot from auction, and I itemised it down into different ones, and it came out that they all averaged out at £3.78. That's the way I did it for this. I may well do it differently next time, but yeah, £3.78 into £36 plus postage, pretty good buy. So that was a good sale, really good sale. This was Crystal Maze, which I got and showed recently. I went to a shop near me for the first time. Wasn't in good condition, this at all, really. I hope the person's happy. I mean, the board was fine. The board was great. But yeah, that was quite a good sale. It cost me 50p that, and it sold for £18 plus postage. That's one to keep an eye out for. Karen says you catch the rest later. You're going to look after the pooch because it's privacy. That's fine, not a problem. Thank you so much for tuning in, Karen. I do appreciate it. Let's hope so, Peter. Let's hope so. Let's hope for a few more sales. I'm just, as I say, it's all trial and error at the minute. I'm still trying to test out different things and how best to set up my eBay, really, because it's always going to be that way in the first sort of 12 months anyway. So yeah, the board was in good condition, very good condition, but there was some missing pieces. So if you do see the Crystal Maze, if it's complete, it has so many different pieces to this, but if it is complete, it's worth a reasonable amount of money, somewhere in the region of £30 to £40. So do keep an eye out for Crystal Maze as well. It's a good one to find. So yeah, that was a good sale because it wasn't complete and it wasn't in the best condition, especially the box. Hopefully the buyer's okay with it. I did list it description wise accordingly, but we'll see. And these, I've had a better day today. I've sold 3 things already, and one was a really good sale that I'll just show you next. But this is a really old piece of mine that I didn't buy actually. This was given to me by Mum. It was some stock that she didn't need anymore or wasn't listed anymore. And this is a Walther Glass pedestal bonbon dish. And it's got like, the Walther Glass notoriously has like little flecks of colour through the glass. They're really good quality pieces, but it just seems to have absolutely fallen, like they've died a death. No one's buying any Walther Glass anymore, it would seem. I've got a couple of other pieces on that I've had on for months and months and months, and they've not sold. I eventually put this down to £9.99 and it has sold, so that's a good sale. I'm really happy with that. Really happy with that because it's an item of old stock that's left now, so that's good. So that will go on Monday. So not one to look out for really, because I think in charity shops it's usually quite a lot of money for Walther Glass, and it doesn't sell that well, so I'm not necessarily one to keep an eye out for. Anyway, the last one I'll show you is, if you guys remember, I got the same time I got the Ted Baker coat and the Jules Parker and things like that from when I went to Wilmslow. I also picked up this Brora cardigan, the cashmere one, not the cardigan, sorry, the jumper. Lisa, I love the fact he's not answered your own question on his knowledge of ladies' clothes. He's always loved fashion and used to work in retail. Oh, have I missed a question? Have I missed a question? I'm sorry if I missed a question. Mum's answered it for you. But yes, I have worked in retail before, and I do. Yeah, I used to work in a well-known retailer, so I do have a love of clothes anyway. Apologies if I didn't answer that. Thanks for answering it, Mum. Sorry, I didn't see the question. But yeah, so this is a Brora cashmere jumper that I did get recently. I paid £6 for. It didn't sell for £149.99. I put it on with a best offer in the hope that someone would offer me a really good amount. I paid £6, and I got an offer through this morning. And this is interesting actually. It's maybe coincidental, but it's just after I'd changed all my listings round. So I put the Lewis asked, "How come you know so much about ladies' clothing week?" Oh, okay. Yeah, it's because I'm always shopping ladies' clothing. No, yeah, I did used to work in retail. That's why. So, and I worked in a small shop, so I worked in all the departments. That's basically why I know quite a bit. And from doing this, to be fair. But yeah, I changed over the size to you, and I put the size at the start of the listing. Maybe coincidental, but I've had a few more questions about my clothing since doing that. So maybe something to think about for you guys if it's not something that you do. Um, so someone offered me 45 quid, and I was like, it's a good profit. There's no doubt it's a good profit. I paid £6 for it, and I just thought it's almost it's almost a bit what's the word? It's almost a bit not embarrassing, but that sort of feeling if I accepted 45 quid from it when I know it could possibly have got 150 quid. So I messaged the person who won it and said who bought it and said, look, I don't want to come back with a counter offer. I'd just like to know what your best price would be for this. In the hope that she'd give me a bit more. Anyway, she offered, she said, I'm happy to pay £60 for it. Would this work for you? So obviously that's quite a significant drop from the 150 that I put on, but I paid £6 for it. So in the end, I said, yeah, it's a good sale. I needed a high value sale because I'd not had one in a while. So I thought, let's do it. Let's get it out and get it sent to her. So she paid £60 for that. So that was a really good sale that's gone today. And as I say, I've sold 3 things so far today. So hopefully, we've still got the evening to go. People may have a couple of glasses of wine later on, and might I'll be looking at my eBay. I don't know. Hopefully they are. Hopefully there's a few more sales to come through today. Hello, Shell. How are you? Hello, Karen. Oh, hi, Karen. Sorry. I sorry, just got here. The kids had homework. That's not a problem at all. We're just talking through some of the sales that I've had over the week. It's been a little bit again. Just one of those. It's just been one of those weeks again. I think I've sold maybe 10 or 11 items this week, possibly. And the thing that's been interesting for me is the weekends have been awful in the past 3 weekends. I've sold more in the weekdays than I have in the weekends, and I've just had nothing to post come Monday. So it's just one of those. It's one of those things. I don't know what it is, but we're trying new things and we're seeing what changes I can make. So as I say, I've revised all 200. I'm at about 250. I'm hovering around I'm hovering around the 240 listings at the moment, and I've probably got another 30 listings to put on. So I should, by this time next week, I should be around the 250 mark, which is really good. I'm actually very happy that I've got there. It's quite refreshing to see that I've got that many things listed. But yeah, £54 profit's good before fees. Yeah, so I'll probably clear about 40 to £45 profit on that one. So Braw is definitely something to keep an eye out for. It's the first time I've seen it. Obviously you won't see it that often, but it's definitely something to keep an eye out for. And it was cashmere, so again, cashmere is one of those things that, as long as it's not shrunk, it's definitely one to look out for. It's one of those things that turns me into an obsessive checking eBay on the phone. Plus your ka-ching sounds disappeared. Oh, that is weird. Thankfully mine's not. The only reason why mine's disappeared is because I've not been selling much, but it's not. It still works when I do sell something. As I say, testing items is all you can do. What time do you put the bulk of your listings on, and what time do they finish? Most of my listings are buy it now, so it's rare. I usually put them on at any time. Because it doesn't really matter when the end or start. Because I mean, to be fair, I say that I do usually put the starting times on at around the six o'clock mark, but periodically I'll post things throughout the day because they buy it now. If it was an auction, I'd be doing it about 6:30 to 7 probably, and I don't pick any day in particular. I try to list every day. I feel like eBay's algorithms may help if you're actively listing at least one thing a day. So instead of putting everything on at once, I try and do it so that I've got a few things to list each day. Like I've listed something new today. I listed 3 or 4 things yesterday. I listed 3 or 4 things the day before. So what I intend to do with the stuff that I've got now is things like this little guy. Actually, I'll change back to me. Give me a second. Sorry. Right, okay. So yeah, this little guy here, I'll probably get him on quite quickly because it's a Christmas market. He's worth a lot. I'll probably get him quite fast. But with all my clothing, what I'll do is I'll sort through it all, make sure it's all clean for one, and then I will get it ironed if it needs ironing, and I'll photograph it all at once, and then I'll draft my listings. Or I'll draft my listings and do the photographs. It's just however I'm feeling at the time. Um, but yeah, but it's just it depends. Like I may draft 20 listings, but I'll only put 3 up a day. So then if I can't list on one certain day, at least I've got some new listings up. Because I just feel like it's nice to keep refreshing my eBay daily, basically. Um, what is this little guy? Oh, so he is the British Gas. This is a bolo, by the way, Shell. Um, he's the British Gas penguin plush. He's brand new in his box. I got this guy today. It cost me £4.90, but they've been selling really well. A couple went on buy it now for 65 quid. So yeah, definitely a bolo one to look out for. Definitely. So I was really chuffed with him. But as I say, you weren't here before, but I can't take credit for that one, Shell. That was one that Mum found, but she was very kind as to give it to me because we were sourcing together, basically. eBay is a mysterious creature. Yeah, it's something that I'm still trying to work out how to actually do. But we'll get there. It's just one of those things. But yeah, so mainly this week has just been an organising week. As I say, I don't know if you guys, if that's something that you do. If it is, let me know. How do you guys go about organising? Do you leave it all to like? Do you leave it all for like a few weeks and then do it and then organise stuff, or do you organise every day? Do you like once it's listed, do you pack it away, or do you leave it out and you do like a big packing session? I'd be interested to know because I'm still trying to work out how best to do it for me. I'm pretty organised with like my spreadsheets and stuff like that. That all gets done daily, but it's yeah, it's one of those things that I don't. What do you guys do? I don't really know. And storage as well. It's another thing. Do you guys have storage at your homes, or do you pay for storage elsewhere? It's all. Pop a comment down if you're watching this video. Obviously, if you're in the live stream, if you want to comment, that'd be great. But yeah, most of this week's just been taken up by listing, drafting listings, taking photographs, and also trying to organise this masses of clothes that I've got, because I do have a lot of clothes now, and I've got a lot to draft still. I'd say, yeah, there's probably 35 to 40 items that I've got still to draft, and they're mostly clothes. So it's going to be a busy week next week. I don't know. I don't know what the video will be next week. I don't know if I'll get time to source. I may well just come and have a chat with you guys. But the sales have been obviously the Brora sale this week's been really good. That's sort of picked the week up a bit, and let's hope that over the weekend we get some really really good sales, all of us. Because I don't know how everyone else's sales have been, but I have seen a few people in the chat saying that the sales have been down. So you have 2 boxes, one listed and one not. So yeah, I don't, because mine's closed. I usually hang them up, so I know what's not listed generally. But that's a good idea, just putting stuff in boxes. Because as I say, with all my clothes, I put them in the polythene bag. So once they're in the polythene bag, they're packed and ready to send. That's the way I've done it. Lewis, do you draft first or do you research your items? Do I research my items first? I always do a bit of research when I'm out, usually. And when I've picked things up, I usually research. But probably at a similar time, to be honest, Peter. I'll use other people's listings to help me draft my own. So I guess as I'm doing it, they'll probably come hand in hand. I'd imagine I'll do most of my research whilst I'm drafting the listing. Here's to that. The graph of my sales is spiked. Yeah, I know the feeling. I know the feeling. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it picks up. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of doing is just changing stuff, making changes to my listings, my titles, postage. There's so many different variables in eBay that you can change, and obviously, what I buy is the most important thing, I guess. What I'm buying, is it the right thing? So in the main, most of the stuff I've got sold really well. My profit margin, I'm happy to say, is still around the 65% mark. So that's quite a high percentage, which is good. So yeah, it's been, as I say, just a week of organising for me, and hopefully you guys have done the same, and it's been a good week for everyone. But yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. We've been going just around the hour mark now, but thank you all so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. If you want to leave a like on the video, if you can do that now, anyone that's in here, I'd really appreciate that as well. And if you're not subscribed and you do want to, just hit the subscription button. Also, there's this whole notification thing now where you can press the bell and it'll notify you when I go live if that's something that you want to do, so you don't miss a live stream. But yeah, just to note, anyone that's coming late or if you skip to the end of the video, I won't be live streaming Friday of next week. It will be Thursday because I am going to London. So just be aware of that. But yeah, any comments you want to pop in the comment section, I really would appreciate it. The support's been amazing, so thank you so much for that. I really do appreciate all the support and stuff. And yeah, hopefully sales are good for you guys. Keep listing and keep selling. And let's hope the weekend's good for everyone. And I will see you all probably next Thursday, I would imagine. Thank you all for the comments and everyone that stopped by in the live stream. It's nice to see quite a lot of the same faces coming back. It does mean a lot to see you all you guys in here, so thank you so much for that. And yeah, I will see you next Thursday for another video, and we'll have another chat again, and hopefully sales have picked up for everyone. All right, cheers guys. I'll see you next week. Bye bye.